Hey, and welcome back to our third video in this series on our practice drawing for planning out a CO2 car. In previous videos, we marked out the length of the car and we shaded in the part that we're going to get rid of, both on the top view and on the side view. In the prior video, we marked out where we're going to be placing our axle holes, both where they're going to go on the side view and again, where they're going to go on the top view. In this video, we are only going to be focusing on the side view of our car, only the side view. We're not going to touch anything with the plan for our top view. So let's get started. First thing I need to do is I need to find something that is easily accessible that I can use for tracing. Because remember, we're not going to be doing any freehand drawing on this plan. We want to find something to trace to get nice curves and perfect straight lines. My favorite thing to use in class is actually a pair of scissors. The reason for that is I have a whole wide variety of curves. I can use the inside of the scissors, I can use the outside of the scissors. I do have a bit of a straight edge if I need to. If you have a highlighter, that's another tool that you're going to see me use for tracing. And some students have access to like a roll of masking tape. That also will allow me to get a nice big swooping curve. But let me show you our plan with the scissors. Remember, we cannot cut into this dark shaded box on our plan. If we do, we're getting too close to this power plant hole, and if we cut into the power plant hole, then our car could become illegal and not be able to be raced. So what I'm going to do with my handle for my scissors is I am going to line this up, making sure that the little corner isn't sticking out, also making sure that in the back it's good. And I'm gonna have it curve down, not quite this far down below the plan of my car. I'm gonna go right to about here, and I'm gonna trace the top gray part. So I'm gonna plant my pencil into the table, and I'm going to press firmly, and I'm gonna follow back over. Notice I'm not scribbling to get a line. I was just tracing along that curve. Ooh. I really like that. So now I have that back section. Now I need to get something in the front section. In the front section, it's really tricky because I do want to make it nice and low here in the middle. But if I keep it low over the axle hole, then I'm going to end up sanding and maybe getting rid of that axle hole. And then I couldn't race my car. So I'm actually going to take a different part of my curve of my handle, and I'm going to get a curve up and over this front axle. Yeah, I think that's gonna be really neat. So I'm gonna go right up into here, and I'm gonna go up and all the way down to the length of my car. Just like that. So now it's going up over my axle and all the way down. Now I need to plan in something in the middle. I don't simply want to draw a straight line because then that's going to be a little bit tricky to cut, but I'll show you how we can fix that with our highlighter. So now I'm going to actually grab my straight edge, and I'm going to line up this spot and close, but not touching, close to that front mark. And now I'm going to draw a nice straight line meeting almost up. Notice I'm holding on pretty close to my pencil lead, and I'm pressing pretty firmly into my table to get a nice straight line that's fairly dark. And now here's where my highlighter comes in. I'm actually gonna put my highlighter on my paper. It's a little hard to see. Let's see if I can move that so you can see it. And now, holding on to the top part of my marker so it doesn't go anywhere, I'm just using that little bit of an edge on my marker to get the curve that I want. So this will be my top curve for my car. Now I have a couple of choices. I can just make it a little bit easier to cut, and I could leave it solid on the bottom, or I could maybe make it a little bit more challenging and I could have it arch up here. Again, the more wood I cut off, the lighter my car is gonna be. I'm actually gonna plan that. I can't get too close to this axle hole, and I can't get too skinny here, otherwise my car will break. I've seen so many CO2 cars break because the kids plan them too skinny. So let's go with this curve. And I'm not touching that black line all the way because again, I am going to use my highlighter to get a nice gradual curve to there. And then right here, a nice gradual curve down to that black line. I cannot ever cut out below either axle, otherwise my car is not going to be set to the right height. Okay, so that's looking okay. Now, I think I am going to draw a diagonal right here. Again, I can't go too close. I need to stay at least 10 millimeters away on the back. Otherwise I'll end up, I'm just making a little dot there. I need to stay at least 10 millimeters away. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to draw a nice straight line, because straight lines are really easy to cut. Just a nice straight diagonal line. So here's what my car is looking like so far. I am going to now shade in the parts that will be cut off. I don't need to see that 7 millimeter number anymore. Notice how I'm being very careful to not go into my plan. Oh, did you see I went into my plan a little bit there? Lightly erase. Now, my side view is all ready to go. Again, for class, please make sure you're taking a picture with the camera on your Chromebook and submitting your progress for this assignment.